Hello everybody and welcome back to another online Chinese history class with me, Tony. Last class we reviewed the Shang Dynasty and talked about the last king of Shang, Xin. He was a great leader at the start of his rule but became more of a tyrant as time passed by. His uncle tried convincing him to stop his terrible deeds, rules, and his ways, and warned Xin that the tribes and the people would get mad and rebel. However, of course, he didn't listen and ended up killing his uncle by ripping his heart out. Xin should have listened though, because the tribes did, as a matter of fact, get mad and rebel. The tribe that wanted to rebel the most was called the Zhou tribe. While Xin was having parties and creating new disgusting and horrifying punishments, the Zhou tribe increasingly grew in power. However, Xin did not notice that. The person who started the Zhou tribe was named Qi. Qi in Chinese, or at least the Qi in his name, means abandon or abandonment. There's actually a story or a legend as of why and how the Zhou tribe obtained his name. The leader of the Zhou tribe obtained his name. So, one day, a woman was walking outside in a forest and she stepped in a giant's footstep. She was scared and felt uncomfortable, so she went home. A day later, she became pregnant, and a couple of months later, the woman gave birth to a little baby. She was confused as of how she got pregnant and gave the birth to a baby just from a giant's footstep. So she threw the baby away because she thought it was bad luck, and the fact that it was a supposed giant's baby. She hoped that the baby would get run over by horses or cows, so no bad fortune or luck would happen to her and other people. One day later, the woman went to check the place she threw the baby to see if he was run over or not. The baby wasn't. It turns out the horses and cows ran around him and avoided the baby so they wouldn't accidentally run over and kill him. The woman was a bit surprised, but she shook her head thinking that it was a coincidence. So she threw the baby again into the forest now so he could get eaten by wolves or starve to death. But this time some people found the baby and brought him back to the woman. Wow. So, what do you think happened next, then? I'll give you 4 answer choices. A. The woman accepted that the baby didn't have bad luck or bring bad fortune and kept him and raised him. In fact, the woman believed that the baby had very good luck because he survived those 2 encounters. Or B. The woman didn't believe it, so she just gave the baby back to the people who brought her him and told them to raise the baby because she just completely lost her mind as of how the baby survived these 2 things. Or C. The woman threw the baby on a frozen river to try to freeze him. Or D. The woman threw the baby into a river so that he would drown. I'll give you some time to think. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is C. The woman threw the baby on the frozen river to try to kill him by freezing him. Yes. However, a bunch of birds flew down and guarded the baby with their feathers, providing warmth and preventing him from freezing. And this was truly a miracle. And the woman took the baby back surprised and astonished at this, and she thought that it was the gods and the gods of heaven's will to let her save the baby and let her keep the baby. And it was a good decision for the woman to keep the baby because the baby would start the Zhou tribe. And the woman named the baby's first name as Qi because she abandoned him 3 times. Back to the Zhou tribe's rise of power. So, in the time of Xin's rule, the leader of the Zhou tribe was called Chang. Ji Chang and Di Xin did not get along at all. One time, Ji Xin actually captured him for no apparent reason, just because that he was pissed off by the tribe, and kept him in jail for a couple of months. The Zhou tribe had to give lots of gems, lots of money, like a ransom, to get him out. Ji Chang decided that the Shang Dynasty had to end because it was getting worse with every day with the tyrant's rule. But Ji Chang was smart. He knew that he needed a strategy to beat the Shang Dynasty, and he wasn't smart enough. Ji Xin was like Jie in some ways because he was very strong, but he was also very smart and very strategic. So they needed a lot of strategies, and they needed a correct way to beat Di Xin. The Zhou tribe did not have a military general or a strategist either, so Ji Chang decided to set out and find one. And that's going to be the topic for next time's class. That's it for today. See you all next time.